You know what your praise should look like? Your praise should look like that nobody even know what you're going through. People don't know if you blessed or just going through. You know why? Because when I'm going through, I'm going to still praise Him. I'm going to break through praise that I'm going through. When God has blessed me, I'm rejoicing. But baby, it all looks the same. It all looks the same. It all looks the same. Elder Lena, it all looks the same. When I'm rejoicing in praise, when I'm going through, I praise Him. It all looks the same. All right, let me preach. I have a word in my belly. And I thank God for seeing the people of God. It's a blessing to see you. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Amen. Every Father's Day to all my fathers inside of here. I believe Sister Patricia has something to present when we get through with church. Amen. So remind me so I do not forget. It's a blessing to see you in the house. Latoya, God bless you. And Brother Terry, God bless you. It's a blessing. Amen. Amen. If I haven't seen you in a while, it's a blessing to see you in this house. We're in a series called Process. Amen. And we talked about process and why it's so important. And last week we talked about the process of amplification. That there are certain voices that need to be amplified. And those are the voices of God and the voice of His prophets. All right? But there's certain voices that need to be silenced in our life too. That we can give ear to everything that comes our way. Amen? Amen. Our problem is that we give an ear to everything, and we got to stop doing that. So, as I begin my text, and you can start timing me now, Brother William, as I begin my text, we're going to the book of Galatians, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. Galatians 3 and 10. Don't these decorations look so nice over here? Amen. I'm not going to carry one off to the house, Lord's will. I see some decor, it might match, but we're going to let this be holy, set apart. Amen? It is that beautiful. Amen. It is that beautiful. Amen. Galatians, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. Amen. 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 And I pray, let me make sure my computer is saying it needs some update. Let me make sure it's not update now. Okay. It says it's going to do it when. All right. Hopefully I can sketch this. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Amen. Amen. I want to make sure it does it tomorrow. They go Tuesday. That way I know. Amen. Amen. Will not shut off while I'm talking. Amen. Amen. Galatians 3 and 10 says, for as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. Somebody say the curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone that committeth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. All things, right? All things. I mean, 613 laws. Say, you know, you don't do all of them, you cursed. Oh, okay. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of God. It is evident. For the just shall live by faith. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. Christ has redeemed us from the curse. I said the curse. Of the law. Being made a curse for us. That's something that when Jesus said He was made a curse for us. For it is written, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree, that the blessing of Abraham might come on the Gentiles through Jesus Christ, that we might receive the promise of the Spirit through faith. Today, I'm going to give you another vocabulary word, and we're going to have our theme, and I'll tell you about what it means in a little bit. I thank God for all the elders, ministers, saints, and friends. Amen. Nullification. That doesn't apply to me. Somebody shout, that doesn't apply to me.
That doesn't apply to me.
Oh, somebody shout, that doesn't apply to me.
That doesn't apply to me.
If any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. You may be seated in the house of the Lord. Nullification, the process of nullification. that doesn't apply to me. What is nullification? What is nullification? Hear me, I'm going to give you the definition for my note takers down here. Nullification is to make legally null and void. When you put void on a check, you can't cash it no more. It's been now made null and void. It is to invalidate. It is also to make of no use or value, to cancel out. That is what nullification is. It's to make legally null and void and to invalidate. It is also to make of no use or value, to cancel out. Now, in the years of 1832 until 1833, the state of South Carolina was opposed to the tariffs. Tariffs are taxes on imported goods. I'll give you a little bit of history and we'll get ready to preach. But there's a tax on imported goods that was set forth by the United States. And the reason why South Carolina did not want to have their goods to be, the goods that are coming into the states to be taxed, is because what countries would do, if you tax our stuff, what we gonna do? We gonna tax your stuff. And so if you are an export economy like South Carolina in 1832, they were exporting cotton. They were exporting rice and indigo. And they said, if you tax stuff coming in, they're going to tax our stuff coming out. And we don't want our things to be taxed, because if they are taxed, we make less money. Now, they thought that the election of Andrew Jackson, who was a Southerner, and Vice President John C. Calhoun, who happened to be a South Carolina native, they said they're going to get in office and end the tariffs. But they were wrong. They were wrong. Therefore, they were so opposed to these taxes that they decided that they had the right as a sovereign state. Hear me, hear me. We have the right as a sovereign state to simply nullify the tariff in the state of South Carolina. They believed that they had the right to legally make null and invalidate the law concerning tariffs. Thus, they were saying that the law that applied to other states, they don't apply to us. Now, hear me. What a concept this is. What a concept. What if some laws did not apply to us in the spirit? I preach this thing. What if what we were living under, and what is keeping us from progressing, has already been nullified by Jesus Christ? What if the thing that has kept us down and has already been canceled by God and made legally void? What if the bondage in which you suffer under is already nullified and doesn't even apply to you anymore? What if you've been living under some stuff that God has said, I've already canceled it out, I've already nullified it, and all I need you to do is walk in the fact and know that doesn't apply to me. So let me get to both definitions, because the first definition says to make legally null and void, invalidate. The curse of sin was strengthened by the law. Paul said it best. He said, if I didn't even know what sin was, if I didn't know the law, then I wouldn't even want to covet. If the lay had not told me you should not covet, I would not even thought about coveting. But the law, it strengthens the power of sin. Why? Because when the law is broken because of sin, the curse of sin is placed upon the lawbreaker. That when you break the law, now the curse of the lawbreaker is put upon you. The curse of sin rested on all of our lives. I don't care if you thought you came out speaking in tongues. The curse of sin rested on all of our lives. Because Jesus said in Matthew 5:17, he says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. He said, I didn't come for that reason. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. So therefore, because of what Jesus says in Matthew 5:17, the law still remains in the world. Jesus did not come to remove the law. He came to remove the curse. I gotta preach this thing. He said, I didn't come to break the law. I came to remove the curse from over the lawbreakers. He came to nullify the curse of the law. He came to take away the curse that came with not keeping the law completely. Somebody say completely. Because if you miss one part of the law, you are cursed with the guilt of breaking every law. You say, Pastor, that ain't right. Don't put that on me. Don't tell me that I'm guilty of breaking every law. He said because you know I'm not a fornicator. I'm not a homosexual. I'm not a murderer. I'm not someone who steals. But Jesus said you got to keep the law completely. Now in James 2:10, if you need me to back up what I just said, he says, for whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. Am I in the word? So therefore, I know better because I've never killed anybody. If I ever lied, I'm no better than a murderer. Y'all better hear me. If I've ever committed fornication, I am no better than the adulterer. If you've ever begun to go steal anything, guess what? You are no better than the drug addict. We are all guilty because of the sin. For the Bible says all unrighteousness is sin. Amen. So that makes us all guilty. This is why I can't get with church people who want to look down on what you do. I better hear me and not realize that if I offend the law in any way, I'm no better than you. I still need a Savior. That makes us all guilty. That makes us all in need of a Savior to come down and nullify the curse. Jesus came to take away the curse of the law that kept us defeated and guilty under a curse. He invalidated and nullified the curse with his sacrifice at Calvary. He didn't destroy the law or the prophets. I want y'all to hear this. He said, I didn't destroy the law. The law still stands. The word still stands. Holiness is still right. God still sends his word through his prophets. But Jesus came to fulfill the law by completing the sacrifices of bull and goats with his own blood. So and the curse that we could not live on our own has been nullified by the blood of the Lamb. And what used to condemn us to a life outside of his presence does not apply to us anymore. So he invalidated it. But the second thing he did was he came to make of no use, to cancel out. See, you just can't say, well, the sacrifice of bulls and goats no longer matters. You got to cancel it out. Right? You see, if I go and you have a loan at a bank, I just can't go in and say, you know what? God, they no longer have that loan. That loan is gone. No, I got to go in and pay for that loan to cancel it out. Jesus came to the world to cancel out the need for sacrifice of bull and goats because they could not cancel out the sin that man committed. Hebrews 10:3 says, but in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sin every year. For it is impossible that the blood of bull and goats should take away sin. God says the reason I make you go and kill a bull, kill a goat, kill a lamb every year is so that you never forget that you are not right in my sight. So you never forget that you are not perfect in my sight. And so therefore I want you to do this every year. But I also want you to know that by doing this, it only covers your sin. It does not take away the sin. But to cancel the sin, Jesus had to cancel the imperfection that sin left us plagued with. That when you sin, you're now not perfect in God's sight. Hebrews 10:11 says, and every high priest standeth daily ministering and offering oftentimes the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, somebody say this man. Somebody say this man. After he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, he sat down on the right hand of God, from henceforth expecting till his enemies be made his footstool. For by one offering he has perfected forever them that are sanctified. Jesus also came to cancel out the death sentence over our lives. He died so we do not have to. He became a curse so that we would not have to live under the curse. So I am here to tell you that there is no curse, there is no demonic activity that has a legal right over your life anymore. If you are submitted to the will of God, it has been nullified and it does not apply anymore. I'm going to preach to maybe 2 or 3 people inside of here, because I came to tell you today, I don't care what someone spoke over your life, I don't care what some witch doctor doctor said over you, I don't care what someone with voodoo spoke over your life, that does not apply to me anymore. Jesus became a curse, so I don't have to live under it. I don't care what you said. You're just like your daddy, just like your mama. You'll never be anything. You'll never do anything. Can I speak to somebody who had a teacher tell you that you will never amount to anything? Can I speak to somebody who had someone tell them that you're not worth anything? The devil is a liar. You can keep that curse because I don't live under the curse anymore. God went to the cross. He sent his son and he became a curse. So the curse that was over my life, it does not apply to me anymore.
Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Let me move on before I worry y'all too much, because the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus initiated a process of nullification in our lives. It initiated a process of nullification in our lives because the curse of death has been nullified. Pastor, what you talking about? The curse of death has been nullified. 1 Corinthians 15 and 55 says,